I just wanted to hop on here with my amazing husband and let him share a story with you guys.
Hey guys, I had a thought come in my mind the other day. Every time that you see flashing lights, somebody turn on their hazard lights, or you see an ambulance going by with their lights, you know that more than likely they're possibly going to a hospital, they're having an emergency. And this thought came in my mind, and it reminded me of years ago when I wasn't saved. And my wife, every time she sees this, every time she sees the lights, ambulance, flashing lights, whatever, she says a prayer out loud. She'll pray for that person, not even knowing who this person is. And I remember being a sinner, and I remember kind of giving her a little bit of backlash, giving her a little bit of a rebuttal of, why are you praying for these people? You don't even know them. She would just do, sometimes it's just a generic prayer. Sometimes it went a little bit longer than 30 seconds to a couple minutes, but she would do like a in-depth prayer. And, that thought came to mind the other day after being saved and preaching and understanding a little. That thought came back to my mind of, man, I used to give her a little bit of trouble over that. But then I think of a couple verses, it says pray without ceasing, and that's exactly what she does. Don't even have to know who she is. And the thought that came in my mind the other day was, even though I gave her backlash, she still does it. She still does it fervently. She still goes after it and prays, even when somebody else might not pray. But the thought that came to me was, Lord, I like to see the statistic on how many people got halfway down past us and they had to turn the lights off because whatever she prayed, they got healed. How many times the ambulance have went by and they got to the hospital and say, well, I don't know why you even called the ambulance because this person's fine. How many miracles that happened just from those little simple prayers that my wife has done. And so I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Sometimes you feel like your prayers aren't important. Sometimes, it might be a little simple prayer and just like how she does. But sit there and think, how many times has God answered that prayer and we've not even realized it and you've not seen those statistics? So keep praying, keep hoping, because it does change things. Amen.
Amen.